It's safe to say the 2023 NASCAR Truck Series season has not gone according to plan for Hailie Deegan. After moving to ThorSport Racing, an organization known for winning races and championships, most thought it would result in improved performance for the 22-year-old driver. It hasn't. This week, in a revealing interview with Kenny Wallace on his YouTube channel, the sport's two-time most popular driver admitted the lack of good results has resulted in a lack of confidence, and that's included even questioning her ability and her racing future. Hailie Deegan's 2023 numbers don't lie. This season, through 17 races, she's recorded a single top 10 result. That's the same number of top 10s she had at this point last year with David Gilliland Racing. But this year, moving to ThorSport, things were supposed to be different. In addition to the move to a new team, she was given the crew chief of 2021 truck champion Ben Rhodes. In other words, the organization wanted to give her all the possible tools to achieve success. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. Her best result thus far this season was a sixth-place finish back at Texas in April, which tied her career best she set a year ago at Talladega. Interestingly, this season has a lot of similarities to last. At this same point in the 2022 season, she also had one top 10 finish. Last year, she had 9 top 20s through 17 races. This year, she has 10. She had 8 finishes of 21st or worse last season. This year, she's had 7. But this summer, the driver hit a 4-race stretch that was not only worse than last year, it was the worst of her Truck Series career. It started with a 33rd place finish at Charlotte. Over the next 3 races, she didn't finish better than 26th, and that came at the end of the 4-race run at Mid-Ohio. Sandwiched in between were finishes of 32nd at Gateway and 28th at Nashville. Unsurprisingly, with such poor results, Deegan wasn't feeling good about herself. How do we know this? She admitted as much following last week's SRX race at Eldora, where she finished second.
I don't know what's happened the last couple weeks or what's changed, but I've been lacking a little confidence the last couple months, and I feel like this last, 2 or 3 races, like, it's starting to come back, and I'm starting to get those finishes, starting to have more speed, and it's just all coming together. I've been working really, really hard the last couple weeks, and it's paying off.
This week, the driver sat down for an extended interview with Kenny Wallace on his YouTube channel in the Kenny Conversation, and the pair talked about a variety of topics. Among them was Deegan's confidence and what she's done to regain it. That's when the young driver opened up and made several honest but painful admissions.
So it's funny, actually, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, like, I always felt like I was going in a downward, and I'll be honest about it, like, I felt like I was going in a downward spiral. Obviously, when you aren't doing good in racing, or at least having those results, it don't matter if you're running 10th and you get wrecked. People look at that number. They go on that racing reference and they look up, oh, she finished 36. Well, yeah, because I was running 8th and I got junked. But
well, that's what I meant from earlier. You get wrecked a lot.
Yeah. And so people look a lot at that end number and don't see how it went throughout the race. And I think with that, though, it becomes like, okay, what if sponsors are getting unhappy? What if whoever, the team's not believing you? Whatever it is, like, I feel like, and those aren't things like, my team believes in me, and I'm super thankful for that. I have a really good crew of guys behind me. But, like, obviously it makes it tougher to get new sponsors. If I do want to move up to Xfinity, which I do, it makes it hard to find sponsors when those results aren't there. And plain and simple, because people look at that end result number and don't see if you are getting better or you're not, whatever it is. But with that, I just felt like I was spiraling and my confidence was completely gone. Start questioning myself of like, man, can I really do this? Like, do I have it in me to go to that next level? Do I have that? Do I have the ability to?
Deegan mentioned to overcome those negative feelings, she's been working with her former driving mental coach who helped her during her off-road racing days. She said he started working with her around the end of that tough 4-race stretch, and she has since earned a pair of top 15s at Pocono and Richmond in the trucks, plus the runner-up result in SRX. Unfortunately, that positive momentum took a hit last Friday when she finished 31st at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Deegan has 6 races remaining in the trucks this season. Like any race, she'll do her best to get the best result. But make no mistake about it, these final races are important because they could do a lot for her confidence and, more importantly, determine where she's driving in 2024.